Good morning. It's time. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, coming up on today's show, Dr. Ashley is in the house, and we're talking about Women's History Month. Also, Craig King is here, and he's talking about the Celebration of Life Gala, and we're getting on our marks. We're getting ready, getting set, and we're going with some spring cleaning with Dr. Marquee Miller. She's your favorite therapist, and she's in the house. Your coffee cups are up. Your pinkies are out. It's time to get lamped. Happy Easter, and good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, it's the month of March. I know many of you are suffering with sinuses and allergies. Everybody I talk to seems like they're going through that season. Spring is in, but also March is the month that we celebrate Women's History Month. Of course, March 8th was the official day that it was signed into order that Women's History Month would be celebrated for the entire month of March. And someone who is very involved here in the Midlands and in the state of South Carolina in Women's History Month is here on today, and that is Ashley Wilkerson. How are you, my love?
I'm wonderful.
How are you feeling?
You know, today's my birthday, so
Come on now,
great.
birthday. Come on. First of all, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
You know, they say never ask a woman her age, but I won't ask you that. But I will just tell you.
Tell you I'm 33.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
You look amazing. Come on through and come through dressed. Huh? You know it is Easter morning. She's about to say her Easter speech. Okay?
Honey, spring
She's ready.
baby.
That's it. I love it.
Jesus lives.
Come on. That's the Easter speech. 2 words and out to go. She's like, I know I look good today. Talk to us real quick. Women's History Month.
Yes.
And you're over at Columbia College, and you're very involved in a lot of activities over there in the program. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I was actually fortunate enough to be asked to start a class there, Women in Leadership in South Carolina.
Wow.
First ever course. They asked me to develop it. My director, Dr. Tamara Burke, said, you're the perfect person for this job. I'm very thankful that she selected me to do that. So I implemented a 10-week speaker series in this course. It has been phenomenal.
Wow.
We have had the opportunity to learn from the experiences of so many wonderful women from across the state in just about every topic you can think of, and that's just been amazing.
I think Dr. Tamara did have it right that you are the perfect person for it, because not only have you, by the age of 33, you already have succeeded in so many areas, sitting on the board of Winthrop University, to being in your PhD program, and that's almost completed, right?
I'm in my dissertation phase at USC, so I'm excited about that.
So you're doing all that, and then you have these book series and different things that you have going on. You're doing all that. Does it become challenging sometimes because you're a wife?
Yes.
You so you have your husband that you have to cater to.
Yes.
You're a mommy.
Yes.
She is absolutely gorgeous.
Don't you love her?
Good morning, boo. That's my
Hey,
boo right there.
Ilana.
That's my boo forever and a day. So does it become difficult to be a woman who's in leadership and looked at to for so many roles to be able to continue to be consistent and do it at the level you do?
It's very challenging, and I tell everyone, a village is not just for children, it's for adults too, and I would not be where I am without my village, without my family, without my parents, without my husband, without my best friends to support me. If I say, hey, I need someone to watch Ilana for 2 hours so I can run to this meeting, so forth, and they all just kind of get in, they help me juggle the balls, and they help me keep them from falling.
When we talk about women in leadership, because here's the thing that, and you know, some people may be sitting there now saying, we keep doing, you know, we did Black History Month, however, we have blacks in leadership and they move forward. We have Women's History Month, and we're celebrating Women's History Month, however, we have a female who is about to be, I'm going to go ahead and claim it, she is going to be the president, the next president of these United States. Do we need to celebrate Women's History Month having this amount of advanced movement in our feminist movement?
I would like to say we don't need to, but the harsh reality is, Jeffrey, is that you require movements, you require holidays, months of celebration because their lack thereof during a normal everyday scope. There's still so many women fighting for equality, even whereas it is with pay. You know, discrepancies.
Definitely.
You know, women get paid 70 cents to every dollar that men get in most professions with the same educational attainment and sometimes even more experience than the male. And so there's so many different injustices for and against women, that it's still required to highlight the attributes of women, the capabilities of women, and the power of women. Women make the world go round.
Listen, you do listen, because y'all surely can make us do some things that we never in our mind thought that we would do this morning. Good morning to my powerful woman this morning. Listen, because but you do have that power, you do have that ability to. Let me ask this: so with being able to craft this program at Columbia College and be involved in this, what were some components that you say, you know what, women need to know about this? Not just women, but people need to know. What were some components that you made sure that you put in there? And how did you go about selecting your speakers?
Yes, so the first thing I want to do is make it a hybrid course. Instead of making it a traditional lecture, I didn't think, I'm great and all of that, but I didn't think I would do it justice to sit there and lecture on a weekly basis from a textbook about the contributions of women. Why not listen from those powerful women themselves? So I decided for my students that we would do lecture format. So we have a speaker series from 5:30 to 7 p.m. where we, invite phenomenal women to speak to us about their trajectories. And then from 7 to 8 p.m. I do a mini lecture with my students. Included is also, we're reading a book called Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. So I invite anyone to read that book with us. We're also watching TED Talk Women series, and so we're watching different platforms, speaking engagements by women from across the world through the TED Talk platform. And then we're doing a series of article collections, and we're connecting all of this information. Some of it we agree with, some of it we disagree with, and we kind of compare and contrast the experiences and the backgrounds of those speakers, and we make that the course. And so we invited different people from across the state in different fields. We had, we have Education Tonight, where we have President Dendorf of Columbia College. We have Dr. Sue Rex, who is phenomenal. She's on the board of trustees. She's her husband was superintendent of education for the state. She was also the president's wife of a university, and she herself taught in all areas of education within the state. So we have wonderful people, throughout the state. We had City Manager Teresa Wilson, First Lady, City of Columbia First Lady DeAndre Benjamin, different people that have shared their experiences in leadership, their experiences with balancing, being a wife, being a mother, being in key roles and positions within the state. And it's just been an amazing experience for my students, for the community, because it is free and open to the public, for myself, and then the women themselves, Joanne Turnquist, great women who have contributed a lot.
Women with power.
Women with power
and authority, and who are making a difference in their community, while still, like you said, balancing all of those roles, being a mom and so much more, a wife and everything else. Let me ask this question to you. As we move forward, and people are hearing about this series and everyone is wanting to be involved, how can, because you said it's not just for your students, but it's for anyone. So anyone is able to attend the class? How does that work?
Yes, we invite anyone, everyone to come join us. This semester, we're meeting on Wednesdays at Columbia College Breed Leadership Building, room 103, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Next semester, it'll be on Thursdays.
Oh, so we're coming. Honey, the contract has already been renewed. High five right there. Listen, they've signed you up for the speaking jubilee and written your name on the roll. So you need to sign up for the class next semester. So it's going to take place. And how can they get information about this course? Because I think that a lot of people need to be educated and to understand more about our women and the contributions that they made to society.
Yes, so we have started a movement, Women Lead SC.
Wow.
And we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. They can get all of our information. If they can't join us live, they can tune in on our Periscope pages. If they're followers of mine on Facebook, Ashley V, then they can also watch my live Facebook feed that I do every Wednesday from class. We've had upwards to 500 viewers watch our live feed if they're not able to attend with us. So it's just been wonderful to engage the community in celebrating women.
You know what, Will? We celebrate you.
Well, I appreciate it.
Because you are absolutely fierce, amazing, wonderful. You, my dear, are what extraordinary looks
Aw,
like. So
I
high
love
five
you
right
the
there. And happy
most.
birthday, my friend.
Thank you,
I love you so much. Listen, Kobe, you better celebrate her like never before. Not just today, all weekend long. But I know that
Yes.
you'll do it in the wrong side of 1911, but you'll do it your way. It's okay. Listen, another member of 1911 is in the studio. Craig King is here. He's going to talk about cancer awareness and, of course, the King Gala that is coming to Columbia, South Carolina. It's happening here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Your coffee cups are up. Your pinkies are out. You're getting lamp. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, put your coffee cups down right now. Of course, we were talking about Women's History Month, and also with Women's History Month, we continue to keep our focus and our mind and our perspective on cancer. Now, of course, earlier this month, I believe that we had the Kidney Foundation on, and we actually talked about some of the cancers that affect kidneys and so much more. And then it began to open a conversation about the various forms and types of cancers. And I'm excited because a cancer survivor is here. He is someone that I admire, that I look up to, mentor and a friend, and he's my cousin, and he's dope in every way. Mr. Craig King is in the house. What's going on, my dude?
I'm doing great,
How
Jeffrey.
are you?
I'm great.
First of all, the Jeffrey Lampkin viewers love you. I tell you, you've been on here all the time, coming and sharing the different things because you're always around. And I think one of the things that I love about you is that you are the epitome of someone who has survived cancer, and not just survived, but you're living.
That's
and
right.
You're doing it and you're making it happen. How do you keep up with everything?
God.
Wow.
He keeps me grounded, and my family, my fiance.
Come on,
Tasia.
yes, marriage is on the way.
Yes,
Can
a
you
month
feel the
from
love
today.
tonight? Don't make me start singing like I'm on the what is it, the Lion King, Aladdin or something. But love is in the air, and it
That's
feels,
right.
Congratulations to
Thank you.
So
Thank
we're
you.
a month away from
from the Celebration of Life Gala. Well, actually, from the nuptials, a month from today, and then 2 weeks later is the gala.
Is the gala. So you're going to pull all of this together.
We're pulling it together.
But that's the kind of man that you are, and the strength and the power that God has given you. So Celebration of Life Gala is taking on a new area this year. We're
Absolutely.
going a total different direction. Of course, before, for those of you that have been with us throughout the course of the years, the Celebration of Life Gala has always been held in Manning, South Carolina, every 2 years. But
That's
this
right.
year, you're moving it to the metro, the capital city, Columbia, South Carolina. What made you decide to make the move?
I wanted to expand Celebration of Life Gala, and I wanted to use a central location where more people could participate in the gala, and so we're really excited about having it here in Columbia.
And Craig, you're very, very well known across the state. You're very connected. So it's not just you're in Manning, but you're also in Orangeburg. You have a very huge following there, a very huge following from Charleston and the Rock Hill and Greenville area, all around people, and Charlotte, North Carolina, that we need to add. And good morning to the Charlotte viewers as well. But you have all of these people who are following you, and they look at you as an example. Does it become scary sometimes when you are realizing that people are following you to keep being the example?
To be honest, Jeffrey, it's not, because when you survive something like cancer and you realize that you were blessed enough to survive something like that, you take it as a responsibility, as a calling on your life to do the things that you're doing. So everything that I get to participate in, whether it's a Celebration of Life Gala, promoting education, public education, and just serving the community, I look at it as a great challenge.
And serving.
I really accept.
Serving. That you just said the right thing, serving. Let me ask you this question, Craig. Why? Because here's the thing. You were the person that was affected by cancer.
Right.
You're the person that it seems like we should be coming to you and saying, hey, what can we do? How can we help you? Even though you survived, hey, what do you need or what's going on? What gives you this drive and this passion to say, you know what, I need to, and so I got the King family set up, and I've got the Celebration of Life Gala going on, and I got all these events that I'm a part of, and the camp that you do, Camp Chemo, I believe, that you do every summer, and you're going to Washington and you're speaking. You're doing all of these things to bring awareness, and to not only bring awareness, but when you follow him on social media, you'll see where he is helping people who are currently still fighting this deadly disease. And to see you doing that, why?
It's my responsibility. It's the simplest and best answer to that question, because I have that personal experience of battling cancer, almost dying twice from a reaction to the chemotherapy, throat swelling up, temperature spiking to 104, mouth sores, fatigue, and surviving that. God spoke to me and he said, this is your calling. Wow. This is what I want you to do. So every decision that I've made, whether it's to continue to do Camp Chemo, to start consulting, education, to serve in the community, all of those have been decisions that have been guiding me that's tied to my responsibility to help people, not just in cancer, but in education, and just anybody I meet every day. It's just my calling, and it's my responsibility.
You truly live a life of service, and you take your responsibility very serious, because I see you, and for Craig, it doesn't matter what it is. You will be outside picking up trash off the side of the road.
Don't litter.
Listen, if my wife was here right now, she'll be like, Jeffrey Lampkin, listen to that. But you know, you're out there just that. So you're out there and you're with the kids in the summertime, giving your time, giving your service. You take off time from work, and not a vacation to go and live on the beach, but a vacation to do other things. So you are celebrating. That's the one thing I love, is that in everything you do, it's a celebration of what God has already allowed you to accomplish. Celebration of Life Gala. Tell us about it. When, where, details, we're ready.
May 7th, 2016 at Stone River.
Okay. That's in Columbia.
That's in West Columbia.
West Columbia.
Right across the Gervais Street Bridge.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a beautiful scene.
Right. First year, we're having the silent auction.
Okay.
We're going to have the Emerald Empire Band out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
They really are. Really are awesome.
We're so excited. We're going to have Blue Marlin catering the food. Everyone loves Blue Marlin here in the Metro.
Blue Marlin, bring some collard greens. If you don't do nothing else, just bring a little bit of those collard greens. They bless the nations every time. And everyone, so they need to dress up.
Yes.
Bring their good shoes and prepare to dance. It's going to be wonderful, but it's for a worthy cause. What do you want the mindset when people leave on that night after celebrating? What do you want them to leave with?
They're going to leave with the feeling of, I supported 2 great organizations. One, Camp Chemo programs, which provides programs throughout the entire year, but most noticeably Camp Chemo, which is a week-long summer camp for children with cancer and their siblings. And secondly, they're going to provide research dollars for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life that supports research that has a number of programs that benefit cancer survivors and those struggling with cancer. And even though we are having it, the event here in Columbia, all funds are going to go to the Clarendon County Relay for Life, where I'm from. And I thought that was really important to keep that.
I love it.
Because they are part of my village, similar to what Ashley talked about earlier.
Definitely.
They're part of my village, and just because I'm moving into Columbia, those funds will still go to Clarendon County.
And that's a chance for y'all to come and get out of Manning and Sumter and Somerton and Turbeville and Greeleyville and all of the places that are watching. Orangeburg, we want you to come. Everybody, we want you to come. Where can they purchase tickets before we leave? Where can they purchase tickets and go ahead and get a part of this event?
CelebrationOfLifeGala.com has social media, ticket purchase.
Come on, website.
Everything.
That's it. CelebrationOfLifeGala.com. And also follow this man. You will be inspired. You will be motivated. You will get up. If you've never done anything before, I promise you that you will start working now. Listen, more is happening. We're about to get on our mark and get set, because Dr. Marquee Miller is here, and y'all know every time she comes, something therapeutic happens in my mind. More is happening on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Your coffee cups are up, your pinkies are out. You're getting lamped. Good morning.
Cannon & Graves is a proud sponsor of the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Located at 1837 Wilson Road in Newberry, Cannon & Graves has the perfect certified used car for you. Their extensive inventory has something in every price range, and they can get everyone financed, regardless of credit. All cars come with a warranty to give you the peace of mind you deserve. Come see Steve and Reggie and find your new car at Cannon & Graves.
Trust Skywatch Chief Meteorologist Henry Rothenberg to keep you a step ahead of the weather.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Y'all, today's show is so amazing. I love what happens through commercial breaks, and I wish sometimes you're able to see it, but I am getting on my mark because my favorite therapist is in the house, Dr. Marquee Miller. How are you?
I'm good,
First of all,
Jeffrey.
listen, every time Dr. Miller comes here, honey, she be laid. Okay, let's get these nails. Can you get these nails real quick, Ryan? Is there any way to sit? There we go. We can see these nails right here. These nails keep holding me. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
We're getting on our mark today.
Yes, we are.
Spring is in
Spring
the air.
is here.
And so you're saying that spring is here. So when spring comes, what happens? People.
Absolutely. It's a time for new growth. It's when people really become alive. You think about flowers blossoming. You think about life and energy. And so this is the time for people to really think about how to turn that sense of new life into their lives.
Okay. So I got to put this thing in my mind, because here we go now. I'm coming out of February, January, holidays are over. I'm really beginning to hit this year, 2016. Even though I've been grinding, I'm like, hey, it's a new thing.
Absolutely.
Why does it that things seem lighter in the spring?
I don't know. I think it's that new essence of life. When you think about, we're transitioning from winter where we think about death and where things are kind of dying, things are dead. You know, everything is kind of like barren over. And then we move over into that sense of spring where now we're blossoming, the birds are chirping. And I think that it really gives that essence where the spirit can actually become alive now. And you know, the interesting thing is March is also a quarter into the year. And so you look at people who have set these New Year's resolutions. I don't do the resolutions. I said last time.
Why don't you do the resolutions?
Well, I think that people become discouraged very easily.
If they don't hit
Absolutely.
the mark.
If they don't hit
Hit
that mark.
Get
you
on
know?
your mark, yes.
So I believe in the idea of living your life according to the theme. So if my theme is I want to be healthier this year, okay, I don't have a true picture of what that looks like. So I'm not going to say I'm going to lose 20 pounds or I'm going to stop eating all carbs or I'm going to, you know, become a vegetarian. I don't know what that's going to look like. However, when you begin to live your life in a theme, you kind of give yourself more room to celebrate those little small successes.
How do I start this spring cleaning? So it's spring cleaning time. And you know, in spring cleaning, of course, you know, I turn on my music. I open the windows, let some fresh air come in. But how do I do that with my life? What do I need to do?
Do you spring clean?
I do spring clean just a smidge. Harry, don't you come for me. You know I be spring cleaning. I at least turn on the music and I walk around. She laughs at me. So I do some type of spring clean. Yes. So I'm from the country, so my mom, shout out to my mom.
So you know about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. So when we spring clean, we think about, and I'm going back to my country roots, we think about getting those things out that are no more use to us, that are just kind of cluttering up space. They really have no relevance. They're just kind of there. You know, I remember going back in the day where my mom would make me go into my closet and pull out all these things that are too little now that I haven't worn so that we could make room for new things. You know? And so when you take that and transition that into your life, you're thinking about maybe those habits that maybe you've been doing for so long now, and they really don't bring any sense of direction or meaning to your life. And sometimes, Jeffrey, it can be people. Okay, sometimes we have to sit back and look at who is actually feeding into us and who's taking out of us.
But how do I let go? I'm so used to them. And I know someone sitting out there right now, it's like, Jeffrey, I'm so used to having this person, this thing, this situation in my life. I can't imagine life without that particular element.
It's a process. It's a process. And I think that when you get to that place of realizing that it's spring, and I want to live. I want to be alive. And I think when you get to that moment, you understand that, because the first step is recognizing that it's not bringing you any use. You know, I've had individuals who have actually done their spring cleaning, and they've really looked at and examined their lives and realized, you know, I do this cycle each and every day, and I realize that that's just what it is.
A cycle.
It's a cycle. You know, my circle is full of people that take from me but never pour into me. You know, I'm walking around with a cup that is empty, and I'm still trying to pour from it. And so when you think about those things, you have to think about the idea that here I am, and I'm an empty vessel. And so in order for me to get life into myself, it's truly time for me to take away those things that are of no more good to me.
And that's the first step.
That's
like
the first
before
step.
I can even do it, first of all, I got to clean it.
You got to clean it.
Because see, my next question is, what do I do for I'm going to hold this, and I don't know if it's going to keep it a series, but because after I clean, there's fear. There's some people who don't want to clean, because if you clean, we are individuals who, Scripture tells us, faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. We are individuals who like the self-assurance of stuff. So therefore, if I can't see it, why am I going to get rid of something and believe that something else is going to come? What's going to pour into me? My cup is empty. But if I let go, I mean, I get a little bit coming in there. So what shall I do? What steps shall I take? What moves shall I make? And I think that's where some people who are sitting out there right now are saying, what do I do? Because I want to clean. I want to clean. I want my house to feel lighter.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're right, because many times when we take away that dust, when you think about going back into your home and you're cleaning, when you start to remove things, things are revealed. And you're right, a lot of people don't want to take away that clutter, because that clutter may serve some type of purpose. You know, sometimes people clutter their lives so that they don't have to deal with self. But then when you take away that clutter, you realize self is a beautiful thing. You know?
Yes.
And so.
Because you can see clear.
Absolutely. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone.
Ooh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Listen.
And so, so I think it just goes into the fear is expected. And we've talked about before, when individuals come to counseling, there's a change. And people are fearful of change because they don't know what to expect. And, it's so normal. But it's kind of like when you're spring cleaning, you're throwing things away, and your fear is, oh my gosh, what if I need that? But I always tell people, if you're throwing away something and you haven't needed it in 2 and 3 and 4 months and it hasn't served the purpose, it's probably not going to.
It's not needed.
Yeah.
It's not needed. So we got to start some spring cleaning. And
clean.
we've got to start it today.
Yes.
Make a difference. Make the declaration in your mind that, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to clear out the clutter.
Yes.
And I'm going to make room for what is to come.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it's going to be.
Absolutely.
And I can't see it right now.
Absolutely.
But I believe that all things are working for my good.
Absolutely.
And in the words of my dear friend Travis Green, it's intentional.
Absolutely.
So it's going to happen. Let me ask this. For those who don't want to do the spring cleaning alone, you're there for them. How can they reach you?
I am on social media. My Facebook post is under Dr. Marquee Miller. We also have a website now.
Awesome.
www.holisticassociates.com.
Yes.
And so definitely individuals can reach out. That also, support system.
That's it.
It's needed. You can't clean a big house by yourself.
That's it.
And so sometimes you need some help.
That's
and
it.
so we expect that, and I'm here.
I got to clean up what I messed up and start my life over again.
There you go.
Listen, we love you. We're excited.
I
Get
love
on
you.
your mark, guys.
Yes.
Get set and let's go. Let's make the difference. Let's clean our houses and make it happen. More is happening on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. We're coming to the end. Your coffee cups are up. Your pinkies are out. Good morning.
Trust Skywatch meteorologist Dana Fulton to keep you a step ahead of the weather.
Wow, what an amazing show. Y'all know I am absolutely excited. I love every time Dr. Marquee Miller is here. Make sure you follow her. Make sure that you go, here's my thing, guys. Everybody needs restoration. And the beautiful thing about this is that, of course, it's Easter Sunday. And with it being Easter Sunday, of course, we celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, the only one true and living Savior. And he's the one who died on the cross and he rose again that you might have the right to the tree of life. The beautiful thing is this. Dr. Miller talked about it earlier. It's spring cleaning time. It's time. Old things must go away and behold, things must become new. Time to dust off some things, find purpose in situations and projects and jobs and things that you are already doing. Find the purpose and ask yourself, is there still life in that particular capacity that you're working with? And if there's not, then we need to move it away and make room for the new thing. I don't know what it is that's going to come, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but I believe that by faith, God is going to make it happen and work in my favor. Celebration of Life Gala tickets, they are available to you. Make sure you go to the website, support Craig King in this endeavor. A mighty, wonderful, amazing man and someone who I admire and adore, and he's absolutely great. And of course, the women's series is over at Columbia College. Sign up for it. Learn about your history. Learn a little bit. And here's my thing. We are making progression miles by miles. However, there is still so far to go until the pay scale is equal for all women, until people are able to do just the things that they need to do. Not just women, but overall, Latinos, African Americans, minorities across the board are able to achieve those things. Then we're going to continue to highlight. We're going to continue to promote. We're going to continue to celebrate as they are doing. I hope everyone has an amazing Easter. Eat lots of food, fellowship with family, find those eggs. Yes, put on those good Easter pastel colors. It's going to be a great day. Thank you so much for supporting the Jeffrey Lampkin Show, and continue to follow me everywhere. Jeffrey Lampkin on all social media. Your coffee cups are up. Your pinkies are out. You've been Lamp. Good morning.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Somebody turn the lamp on. Somebody turn